Everything I explained in this video was learned the hard way, learned over and over again by every new player who went, I wish I knew this earlier. I'm going to save you some of this trouble, I hope. GoodGuysFree here with 6 not so obvious things about No Man's Sky gameplay that I hope will help you advance a bit faster. Number 1. Upgrade your spacesuit quickly. The very first time you reach the spacesuit technology merchant on the first space station you land in, the suit upgrade is free. At every next station you visit, go and upgrade your suit. The moment you are able to summon the space anomaly, you will find the suit technology entity in the back, and near her, there's another suit upgrade terminal. Yes, the prices start going up, and if you don't mind rounding some corners, just go to settings and change your purchases to free. Now, all of this is obvious, but what isn't obvious is that the suit station in the anomaly obeys the same rule as the one in the stations. It knows which star systems you were in when you used it, and will not let you upgrade again in the same system. So first, remember to summon the anomaly at every system you visit to quickly upgrade 2 slots per system. But also, go to the station teleporter, select space stations and scroll down to the end. Teleport to the last station on the list. Then interact with the teleporter again to see the one that says previous system and take note of this, as in write it down maybe. Now fly to space and summon the anomaly. Chances are you didn't upgrade in that system. From the anomaly, teleport back to the station in the same system. This is a fast teleport because the game keeps the station's data in its memory cache. Use the teleporter again, scroll down to the end. It will be a different system. Repeat the process until you find the star system where you first upgraded the suit in the anomaly, and then you can teleport back to the system you wrote down to continue your travels from where you were. Number 2. The terrain manipulator is your friend. This may not be so unobvious to some, and I'm sorry for this, but for the really new players, I ought to mention this. I remember the first time I got lost exploring caves looking for a way out, and it hit me. Just dig an upward slope all the way to the surface. Duh! There are other things you can do with the terrain manipulator, of course, like you can use the restore function when you're in a hole to catapult yourself upwards. You can quickly eliminate hazardous flora, but be aware that this doesn't give you the resources, like the mining beam, and doesn't count for missions. Number 3. You don't have to accept the first freighter offered to you. If you haven't encountered a freighter battle yet, you will soon. After you install your first warp drive and have played a few hours in No Man's Sky, and after a few warp jumps, you will do a warp jump and find yourself in the middle of a space battle. Save the freighter being attacked by destroying the pirates. If you want to learn how to win any space battle in No Man's Sky, I have a video on this, link in the description and on your screen. Be careful to shoot only at pirates. After you finish the battle, wait a little, and your communicator will indicate an incoming transmission. Answer it, and the freighter captain will invite you to board the freighter. The game will mark it, so fly and land on the freighter. When you go up to the bridge, talk to the captain, and he will offer you to own the freighter for free. What the game doesn't tell you is that if you decline, then the next time you encounter a freighter battle, you will also be offered the same deal, free freighter. So examine it and decide if you want it. If it is a C-class or a B-class, decline. Nothing bad will happen. If you happen to make a save just before warping, go to settings and reload the save. Do the warp again, and the freighter might be a different class. In fact, you can repeat this until you get an A-class or an S-class. Another thing the game doesn't tell you is that in most cases, the very first encounter will be a system freighter. But if you don't reload and retry on the first time, then after another 3 hours of gameplay and 5 warp jumps, you will get another freighter battle encounter, and usually this will be a larger Venator class or Sentinel class freighter. I'll link in the description about freighter types. It's too large a topic to cover here. Later in the game, you may encounter a pirate dreadnought freighter attacking other freighters. If you defeat it in the right way by destroying its warp engines and large cannons, then the dreadnought will surrender, and you can claim it for free. I'll link in the description for a good video on this. Number 4. You are missing some materials? Refine. The recipe tree for the 3 sizes of refiners is huge. There are very few raw materials that cannot be refined from other stuff. And while you can try placing all kinds of things in a refiner to see what comes out, you don't have to. I recently made a video about resources for No Man's Sky players. This includes apps that specifically give this kind of information. The No Man's Sky Assistant app, which is available for Android, iPhone, Windows, and on the web, is one option. There are other websites, all in that video. Naturally, the most useful recipes require a medium or large refiner, or a personal refiner Mark II. I can't give all the recipes here, but a couple of pointers. Many things refined with oxygen give more of the original thing. Each of the stellar metals, cadmium, emerald, and indium, when refined with chromatic metal, produce more of the metal. When World Part 1 dropped, we got a glimpse into a new stellar metal, something related to purple systems. This was later removed and will probably come out in Worlds Part 2. And if so, I will investigate this new stellar metal and probably create a video about it. Number 5. You can sometimes travel to red, green, and blue systems without the necessary hyperdrive module. Similarly, you can sometimes travel to other galaxies without sustaining the normal damage of standard galaxy hopping. Say, what? How? Hang on. First, when you're in the anomaly, go to the Nexus and check out the missions. Sometimes there will appear a mission to collect 800 activated indium or something of this nature. Start this mission, go to your ship, exit the anomaly. You will be warped to a system that has that type of material, even if your ship still doesn't have the necessary hyperdrive. You can also try different missions, since some of them will warp you to red, green, or blue systems as well. After warping, simply open the Discoveries page and check what type of system you are in. But what if you aren't strong enough to do the mission? Not a problem. Ignore the mission. Scan the planets, find one that isn't full of aggressive sentinels, and land on it. Place a base computer and claim a base. You don't even have to build anything. As long as you have a base computer and successfully claimed the base, you can teleport here at any time. But what about the mission? Well, fly back to space, summon the anomaly, and enter. Go to the Nexus and abandon the mission. That's it. My recommendation is to look for missions that want you to mine emerald, since this is what you need for an indium drive. It is possible that Worlds Part 2 will make me change my recommendation to indium, but we'll see. Back to galaxy hopping. If you don't know what I am talking about, damage, see the video on your screen about galaxy hopping. Anyway, the anomaly is the key here. When you go to the teleporter, you can see the community highlight bases. Check them out. Some of them are in different galaxies, and if you teleport to them, all you need to do is fly away from the base, land, and place a base computer. The anomaly base highlights are changing from time to time, so be sure to revisit them. Number 6. When looking for echolocators, find an outlaw system with a dissonant planet. One of the nice things about such systems is that if you shoot a dissonance resonator while flying in your ship, you will not trigger sentinel interceptors. So, find such a system in the galaxy map, warp to it, and go to the dissonant planet. Fly low over the terrain, not too fast, and find dissonance resonators. Shoot them from the sky until you have enough echolocators. Simple. That's it for this video. I hope you found this useful. If so, please hit like. See you again soon.